Amateur artist Martin D. Chandler here once again from Manland, and well, I kind of did something stupid. Been thinking about this for quite some time, about making what I call a major purchase on some equipment that I think is necessary. May not be necessary to most people, but for me it would be, and that is for $39. I went ahead and broke down and bought some Cobra walkie-talkies. These are those FRS walkie-talkies that everybody used to use and brag about. And, well, this one here happened to have 2 in there. There was another one for about the same price that had 3 radios, and I was tempted to get it, but this right here actually had a 23-mile range. The other one had a 16-mile range in the smaller 3-pack. And these use rechargeable AA's, 3 per radio. The smaller version of the same price, same name brand, just smaller version there, they use AAA's, and they are also rechargeable. These are micro USB rechargeables. And well, the reason why I like these is because, well, those types of batteries are common and you can just about get them anywhere. They don't have to be rechargeable. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we're going to give this thing here a test. It's got that NOAA radio in there, and that's really vital to me. Something that I have not had on any other walkie-talkie type of radio. So it kills 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's get some photos of it. Alrighty, there it is right there. Hopefully the camera's not shaking too bad. Using my cell phone as usual here for this lunch break review. Up to 23 miles. It is a Cobra, and it has the NOAA radio first alert on there. And these things are kind of neat according to the package. Looking at the back side, you may want to read this. I'm going to do this right here. You're going to pause and read. Pause and read. Let me get it to where it's slowly there. 22 channels, and got all kind of gizmos and stuff on there, showing the different areas of as far as ranges go. Of course, you know how that is. Shows the additional features, and there's the rechargeable battery packs with the cables included. Oh wow, this is the second part of the lunch break, day 2. I took those radios home. We played with them there at Bones Yard and did a little test range. Putnut of Putnut Land said he went about 3 miles down the road, and I heard him one time and he couldn't hear me. About a mile away with static, he could hear me. These radios have a built-in Squelch function, which means there's no static in the background. This one here is on right now and it's real quiet, and that's actually very, very comparable. I like that. But to get the long distance range, there's a smaller button here on the bottom that you mash and hold it down. You can hear the static, but you have to wait. You have to wait for that beep twice, and it's locked on that channel. Well, it's locked on that channel. Sorry about that. Now, let me turn that off. There's also a volume control on here, which I should have hit. But what that does, if you're outside the range of the Squelch function, which is built into the thing, you can pick up longer range transmissions. But to be honest, that is very annoying. But it's very good to know, because if you're out there doing your long distance hike and you're in thick terrain, you're going to need that function to be able to hear your partner out there somewhere, or your buddy, whoever's trying to contact you. The sad thing is that, well, with the automatic Squelch on, you won't be able to hear that. Now, I can go through here and talk for hours about what I've just found out about these little radio communiques. This one, but there's something I'm going to say here now. This is a 22 channel radio that I bought. 22 channels. You need to read the instructions that come with that package for your radios, because there's some very important information there. You can't use all 22 channels. You can't do it because you're not licensed to do so. Here in the fine print, I'm going to go ahead and read this to you. Let me get it to where I can read. It says, this two-way radio operates on GMRS, which is General Mobile Radio Service. Frequencies which require an FCC, Federal Communications License. A user must be licensed prior to operating on channels 1 through 7 on high power, and 15 through 22, which is a channel dedicated to those licensed channels. Now, channels number 8 through 14, they automatically go to low, and those you do not need on the FRS channel, which is the Family Radio Service. No license is required to operate on the FRS. But channels 1 through 7 on low power are also allowed. But according to what my radio says here in the information, they're listed as high power. So you've only got a limited amount of channels that you can actually talk on without having to have an FCC license. That totally sucks. I mean, I thought I was getting a radio with 2 channels and then 80 something channels in between. That's a secret code. You can operate on a certain channel but have your own frequency or tone frequency to be able to talk back and forth to your buddies. It's complicated. It's very complicated. But in general use, for general purposes, if you're out camping or something with your buddies, you know, the chances of these radios being able to get out for the FCC to hear, or anybody's a licensed user said, hey, you're not licensed, I doubt that anyone's even going to hear you, because these radios, even though has high power, they've got a limited amount of range. But I'm not telling you to do so. That's just my opinion. But what's nice about these radios is that it does have an all-weather radio frequency. And for me,
highs in the lower 90s. Thursday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 70s. Friday, partly cloudy with a...
That's real nice to have, and it also has the tone alert once you activate it. There's a lot of things this little radio can do. So I'm kind of impressed with the radio itself. It does come, this particular set of radios, the 22 channel, this is the, toward the top on. Well, you already know what it is. But it comes with rechargeable AA batteries. There's 3 per radio, and they actually charge through a micro USB charging port there on the top, which is located here. You have headphones, and then you have this port here which opens up. Trying to do it one-handed to actually do your charging with. And Cobra Radio recommends that you have the unit turned off while charging, and for the rechargeable batteries, a time of 15 hours to recharge them. Well, the good news is that it works off of actual alkaline batteries, which they say is safe to use. So 3 new AA batteries will give you a lot of power. Has a built-in power saving function. This thing does a lot of stuff, and that's about all I can do on this here first review. But I recommend the paperwork that comes with this one. Yeah, this is one you're going to have to read, because you're going to have to figure out how to operate the radio, what it does, and how each setting is set. It's voice activated. If you choose to set it that way, like hello, it'll come on and transmit. It's got the little beeping tone on there that after you talk into the radio, it makes a beep sound on the other end, which lets them know that you're finished talking and it's okay to talk back. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of gizmos, a lot of bells and whistles that come with this thing. So it's actually good, and I highly recommend you read that piece of paper that comes with it, and remember to read the fine print. Don't want anybody getting in trouble thinking they can transmit on those channels when they're not licensed to do so. So there you have it, Amateur Artist Martin D. Chandler once again from Manland, here on the Lunch Break Review. Y'all take them easy and take them care. Bye bye now.